This is a brand new adaptation of The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I think a lot of people are familiar with the Disney children's comic book kind of version of it. This version's a little truer to the original novel.
No wolf can hold eyes with you, little frog, young or old. Wise students would have learned that by now.
Go. Now! Your parents wait for you.
It is a story about a young person, a young boy named Mowgli, who is adopted by a wolf family and raised in the jungles of India. But in that, the jungles of India are a dangerous place. There are predators and creatures that don't abide by the law of the jungle. And so this story has some parts in it that are a little darker than people might be used to.
What Mr. J did so that he could incorporate everyone into it instead of having to send people away. He added more parts. He looked at all different scripts from different languages. His son helped him write it, and he does language stuff, he's a writer and is working in English in school. And so he helped him with that. So he just changed the script, and Mr. J, he always does amazing stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a good experience for people.
Friends?
Part of exploring some of these classics is that they have lasted as classics because of the truth within the story. The story of Mowgli is a story about finding out where you fit in. And so that was a theme that we really worked at throughout the entire play. Is young people are searching for where they fit in the world, and where they belong, and who their true family is. And is family determined by your birth, or is family determined by the people that you are in relationship with? I've been so impressed with the work ethic of our students with this. The technical crew has just done an absolutely phenomenal job. The show is really quite visually stunning. And
the set looks awesome, and with the lighting and the tech people doing all their stuff, it looks 10 times better. And they spend even more time than we do in the theater. I think they get there early and stay later, and I really appreciate them.
It's a huge commitment, and lots of people have put in hours after school, and especially the tech crew. Most people don't realize how much work they do. There's about, how many people do you think?
I don't know. There's quite a few of them, 20?
Yeah, I think. And they actually do a lot of work, and people forget about them, but they're really important. They're a big part of the show.
And that's been a lot of hours, late at night and coming in before exams and all of that. It's been a challenge putting it together with our show opening right at the end of exam week this year, which is something we've never done before. And so we've tried to balance that out by cutting rehearsals if we're done the stuff we were scheduled to do. But the students have been very generous in terms of giving us those extra hours and of balancing out their study time and so on.
You got to be here, your heart's got to be in it, your mind's got to be in character all the time, showing up. Lots of people need to show up. You just got to know where your place is and where it isn't.
I think one of the messages of that is that for so many young people, the opportunity to express themselves creatively has that much value to them. It's really important to them to do their best work and to be able to express the truths of the story and express themselves. And so they're willing to do that work and that kind of balancing act in order to have the opportunity to do that.
I think it's really exciting getting to work with him. I was really excited. That's one of the reasons why I came to this school, to be in the theater program and work with him.
I think that Mr. Jacobson, he's a really creative guy, and I really appreciate him putting in all the work for all the plays that he does. And he puts in lots of hours after. His wife helps with the play too, doing the makeup, all that stuff. So it really helps having them, it's not just the actors, it's him too. He's a big part of all the shows. Without him, they wouldn't be the same. I think that when people come through the doors, they will be surprised with the set, the costumes, just the whole play in general.
Well, I can expect a life-changing experience with this play because it's awesome.
They can definitely expect something different. I mean, the costumes in themselves are very different. You have two faces. To expect very, very Indianized, very culturized, and we've worked really hard at doing that, making a different culture. You can expect something different, especially with the buffaloes. They're not a full body buffalo, they're a head with a zentai suit attached. I mean, it's just, you gotta come in with an open mind, because if you don't, then you're not gonna like it.
Hear that Mowgli the frog needs them. Whoa!